Hello! Hi, Jinx! Welcome to the stream. I am already cooking because it occurred to me that I'm have like an hour and a half for this casserole thing to bake in the oven. So I kind of need to make sure I get started. And to be fair, I might actually have screwed it up because the puff pastry or phyllo I was going to use on the top of it, you're supposed to thaw it out ahead of time, and that was something I completely forgot about. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to use it yet, but I'll definitely be making everything else. Hello Jinx, hello Zeus, hello Bookworm. Yeah, so the Samosa casserole is a recipe I found on Pinterest. I just looked for Samosa something, and then Samosa casserole came into my head, and I was like, I wonder if that's a thing. And apparently it is. I found a couple different recipes, and I'm trying this one out because it looked the easiest, and I already had most of the ingredients for it. So if you want to follow along, yeah, phyllo. It's a little crispy. I warmed the oven up a little bit and then put it in the oven to hopefully like soften it up enough to use it, but I'm not sure it's going to work. So, hi Mama Bean. You are right on time. I'm starting to cook right now because my casserole has an hour and a half to bake, or an hour and a half to get together completely, which was something I did not realize. So I have to cook everything in this pot for about 20 minutes. And then I have to bake the casserole when it's all together for another 25 minutes. So it's gonna be a process. So I wanted to make sure I jumped right into it. Thank you guys for showing up. I haven't streamed cooking in a while, and I feel like what am I doing? Oh my gosh. I have that set to high. Crazy lady. Yeah, it smells a little burnt in here now. Great job. Whoa. I know, right? Fortunately for me, though, part of the steps was to brown some chicken, and I'm clearly not doing that. I'm just going to add some beans. So I don't need to do that part, but... Yes, I am doing an Indian theme today. You thought you read Italian? It's possible that I typed that, but it was not my intention. Okay. I have to add jalapeno. So, I need to get that out. Sounds like I need to turn this down some more. Hey, you're kind of in the way. Alright. Well, yeah, I'm sorry I tapped you if you're kind of in the way. Sorry. Everybody remind me, don't touch your face for the rest of the day. Because pepper oil. Hi, hard hit. So even though jalapenos are one of the milder spicy peppers, they're still very dangerous when you're cooking with them. Something to keep in mind. You have to wash your hands very, very well in order to get the pepper oil off of them. So I was saying earlier that all of these recipes I found on Pinterest. So if you're interested in looking them up, !recipe will link you to the board where I put them. I figured that was easier than putting 3 links into the chat. So I haven't made any of these, but they did seem to be good recipes when I looked at them. And that's why I picked them. We'll see if that helps any. So, gotta drain my beans, add the beans and spices. So I'm just gonna use cannellini beans for this one. Actually, they're Great Northern beans because I already had them on hand, and I'm just going for like protein, not texture, because beans and chicken don't really have the same texture, you know? But, hi Okador! Jalapenos make you happy? Good. I'm serious though, if you're ever cutting them with bare hands and you like put your finger up your nose or in your eye, it really does hurt, even hours later. You have to be very, very careful. Can you guys hear the music? Is it too quiet? Oh, you see the doggo? He got mad at me because I went grocery shopping today. And it's not uncommon. I go grocery shopping every Monday. But we've had a really great time hanging out today, so I don't know what his problem is. I'm sure you do have a story about that hard hit. I don't know what he's eating. He eats stuff off of the floor all the time. It's probably leaves and dirt and stuff. Alright, so I need garam masala, turmeric, and salt. So, I have these spices easily accessible. They're some of my favorite ones. So I've got a teaspoon. Do I have a quarter teaspoon somewhere? Yeah, here we go. Ah! My wire got caught. Um, 2 tablespoons garam masala or curry powder. Garam masala it is. 2 tablespoons. Sounds great. And 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric. Now it says salt on there, but it doesn't say how much. Oh, 1.5 teaspoons. Okay. I kind of get frustrated, I don't know if this happens to you guys too, when you're making something and it doesn't list all the ingredients in the ingredients list, and you get to some spot in the directions where it's like, add water. And you're like, well, I didn't get the water ready. Stir my rice that's back here too. I'm cooking rice as well. I didn't put a timer on it, so I'm not really sure when it's going to be done. Hard had said I was maybe 10, didn't know any better, was helping mom cut jalapenos, and yep, had to go to the bathroom. Rest is history. I've heard stories. Have you ever had a jalapeno? Not a jalapeno, habanero pepper? Because that same thing happened to either my brother or my stepdad. We used to make salsa as like a business. Yep. Yep, so the same thing happened to him with those. So I don't know if you can imagine how much hotter that would be. Okay. So I need to stir in diced potatoes and a cup of water. So I think I'm gonna stir in the water right now, so just put that there, so that the veggies don't get really burnt while I'm cutting these potatoes. So, the directions gave a weight for like 1.5 pounds, and I bought these big honkin' potatoes, so $1.2. That's the biggest one so far. I did my shopping at Aldi again today. Okay, that's pretty good. It'll be a little over 1.5. Zeus says, oh, hi, low-fats. Zeus says, I didn't even think it was hot. It just tasted awful. Oh, what am I reading? Zeus says, I ate a raw habanero when I was 15. It's on YouTube. Oh, and then I ate a mango red after. I didn't know that was a thing. That's funny, Mama Bean. Just tasted awful, yeah. I'm kind of a spicy food wimp, and I'm sure that doesn't surprise any of you, but typically Indian food, unless it's like full of spices, is okay. Like I can do garam masala like this, no problem. But if it's got garam masala and cayenne pepper and dried red chili peppers, then we might have a problem. This is just jalapenos and garam masala. It should be okay. Especially with the amount of potato that's in here. Come on. I think I need to cut my knife. plenty of samosas, and most of them are fine, like spice level for me. But sometimes I'll get some and they're just like so hot I cannot finish them. And that makes me sad because I really do like them. And I think once this gets going, I have to drain my rice. I think I'm gonna turn it off. So, for those of you who were not aware, a couple weeks ago, a dump truck or a recycling truck ran over the side of my fence at my house. It had already been damaged, most likely from a plow truck or a dumpster truck in the past, but I mean it was completely pummeled this time, and I was so mad. I put in a support ticket with the city government website, and I didn't hear anything from them in a week, and then suddenly Friday morning I got an email saying that somebody was going to be out to fix it temporarily, and they couldn't fix it permanently because it was too cold to dig a hole in the ground. Interesting. I wonder what that was. So this potato grew around something and it died. Or got absorbed into the potato because it's not there. But yeah, so this morning I was woken up to sounds of trucks and things banging around, and I'm like, ugh, is somebody dropping their car off? Because we also live next to a like a fix-it place. But I hear people talking, and I'm like, man, it's taking them forever to just get out of their car and leave. So I look out the window, and there's guys with shovels and... Hey! No barking. Alright, go to your room. Go. Go. I don't need help. I don't need help if you're gonna bark. But they basically came out and fixed the rest of the fence today. Which I was not expecting, because the lady who emailed me said that they wouldn't be able to fix the rest of it until the spring. Alright, what's happening in the chat? You need to cut your knife? Yes. Oh, you choked on one? Yeah. I believe you. Yes, I'm shocked, and I'm very pleased because I didn't think anything was going to happen with it. I had already filed a claim with my homeowner's insurance, and they weren't going to cover it because it wasn't going to meet our deductible. And I'm like... So I read the insurance adjuster's, like, estimate, and it was basically going to be $1,200, according to his estimate, and the minimum that we need to meet is $1,500. So I'm like, that's small of a difference, and they won't cover the repairs. I was pretty freaking mad. Okay, I'm gonna heat this up. Need the lid. So yeah, I feel like something has finally gone right recently because I keep having things happen that are bad. I had, like, the washing machine finally had a guy come over to try to fix it, and he said it was toast. It's a computer issue. So we went shopping for washing machines, and they don't make, like, cheap washing machines anymore. The cheapest one was $400, and I guess I don't really need this yet. Cheapest one was $400. Maybe I do? Yeah, that looks like a lot of rice. And it was the same one that we had before. So like basically the same thing is gonna happen to it. And we weren't really comfortable buying the same washing machine if it was gonna crap out in another 5 years. So we ended up buying one that costs around $600. And then we bought a protection plan or a warranty on it or whatever, which was another $150. And then they're gonna deliver it for free and then haul it away for $20. So basically, it come on, cost me about $750 for a frickin' washing machine. So I wasn't really pleased. Yeah, that's too much rice. And yes, I make my rice very strangely. I boil it and then I rinse it. It's supposed to help remove more of the arsenic. Mama Bean says, well, hopefully this one will last for many, many years. That's my hope. We got a 5-year warranty on it, so. I do have to blow my nose, so if you'll excuse me, let me turn the mic down for that. BRB. I'm back. Mama Bean says, I wish I could have had my parents' washing machine we had growing up. They had that thing for 30 years. So we had older washing machine too, and that did last a long time. But it almost caught on fire, and that's when we needed to buy the other one. We still have our 30-year-old dryer though. Alright, so 20 minutes. Alexa, set a timer for 20 minutes. Alright, so my oven is already preheating, so that's good. Okay, see if this rice actually fits in the container that I got out for it. So I hope you guys are having a great day and that you had a good weekend. Aside from shopping for washing machines, MVP and I just kind of hunkered down. On Saturday, it was windy They were like 50-mile-an-hour gusts, and you could hear it outside. It was very scary. So neither of us were really inclined to traverse the out of doors. Yeah, we have a dryer that still works. We like replaced the lint trap and stuff, and we're gonna clean it in a little bit. The guy who came out to look at the washing machine, I asked him to look at the dryer too, to make sure that there wasn't anything like dangerous about it because the water that got in the basement. And he said it looked great, and that the only thing he could recommend was having it cleaned. But he said we could probably do that ourselves. They closed school for fog. So, I'm gonna turn this down a little bit more. So after that, I just have to mix in some peas and cilantro. I guess I'll chop all of the cilantro now, because I'm gonna need it for pretty much every other thing that I'm making today. So, we don't usually look at flyers for things when they come in the mail, but I got the Aldi flyer over the weekend. And I saw this, MVP saw this orchid for $10 on here, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to check that out today. So when I went to the store, they still had some, and I bought this beautiful baby. It's so pretty. It was only $10. I'm gonna have to take a picture of it in the bathroom. The amaryllis that MVP got for Christmas from a coworker is like huge. And I got supports for it. I'm gonna have to trim the supports a little lower actually, because the leaves are so long that it's still leaning over. I don't know if the amaryllis is going to last the whole summer, but I'm certainly going to try to keep it alive. It's the only window in the house that I can keep plants in, to be honest, because it's our house. The windows that face south don't really have access to them. Like, the bed is in front of one, the cat tower is in front of another, and then the other one is in the bathroom. So I've kind of been, I purchased a cabinet to put in the bathroom for extra storage, and I've kind of just been putting everything, all of the plants that I want to have inside, on top of that cabinet, which was not part of the plan. When we first got the cabinet, one of the cats really liked to sit on it, and she hasn't been able to do that. The directions on the amaryllis so that I can plant it outside for the summer. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. Okay, so my rice fit. You know who likes rice? Rusty. He heard that. There he is. He's eating his rice treat. Okay, so I need a cup of green peas. Mama Bean says she kills fake plants. I had a bamboo plant that I loved so much, I watered it as I was supposed to. It just slowly died. Yeah. So my bamboo, I don't know if you've ever seen it in the background here, but I'm about to get rid of it. But unlike you, I did not water it the way you're supposed to. So, it's all shriveled up. I was thinking about getting some to grow outside in a planter, though. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. No, you can't eat frozen peas. No. I'll call you back in here when I cut the zucchini up, though. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. We had a bamboo that we bought. I think MVP bought it for me for Valentine's Day. And it had a heart shape at the top. And we had it for a long time. But when we were in Austin, it wow, I totally fucked up the drawer. There we go. Yeah. So she got it for me while we were in Austin, and it had a problem because of the weather, I assume. Mosquitoes got into the house and laid eggs in it, so it had mosquito larvae and stuff in it. So we basically had to dry it out in order to keep them from coming back. And then after that, it just continued to dry and yellow and fail. All my delicious spices are sticking to the bottom of the pan. That looks wicked good. Okay. I'm gonna take a look at the other recipes. So, they basically are really easy. You basically just combine everything in pots and let them cook off. So, this one suggests a saucepan, so that's easy enough. This one, I need to mince some ginger. Oh, 2 cans of diced tomatoes. Wait a tick. Tomato paste. Nope. Tomato sauce. Dog food. Well, shoot! I don't have another can. So I'm gonna have to do a halvesies recipe on this. Raspberries. Here's a pen. It's always something. Something always happens that I don't anticipate. Okay, so 1 jalapeno, 2 inches ginger, 2 garlic cloves, half teaspoon, half teaspoon, half teaspoon, quarter teaspoon, 1.5 tablespoons, 1 can, half cup, which doesn't even matter because I'm going to use water. So it says to use 1 can of chickpeas. I guess I could save half of a can for a salad for MVP, and then 3/4 of a cup. Alexa, what is half of 3/4 of a cup? 3/8. Okay. Easy peasy. Come on. Ouch. So, does this guy need jalapenos? No. Okay. So I need another jalapeno for that. This one I was going to put spinach in, and then I was going to put the zucchini in with the black beans. Definitely need to take the trash out today. So, I think I need a little bowl. Little bowl for things. Jalapeno and the ginger can fit in here, I think. Oh wow, hard hit. Did you know that, or did you have to look it up? Oh no, now that I think about it, that makes sense. Yeah. I don't know where that came from. Come on. He's a fraction dealer. I haven't tried making her speak in a different accent, actually. Is that a thing now? I just know how to change her wake words. So, true story, MVP also has an Amazon Fire tablet. I'm not sure if she got it to use on the treadmill or if there was another reason why she got it, but that's what she's been doing lately. She can watch, you know, TV and stuff a lot easier and listen to audiobooks and stuff. But when the two of them are in the same room, they'll both wake up with that word, but the frickin' tablet always seems to answer instead of the main one. Drives me crazy. So she has it hooked up to the treadmill right now, and I kept asking it questions this morning, and even though they're in the same room, you would think that the bigger one is the one in charge. No. The Fire tablet kept answering, and it was driving me crazy. So I went over there and I changed her wake word. And I haven't told MVP, but it drives me crazy, literally. I can't take it anymore. Okay, so supposed to be 2 inches of fresh ginger. So 1, 2, about. And yes, this is dried out ginger. Still smells great though. Alexa, how much time is left on the timer? 2 minutes left. Mama Bean says a few British people I watch have the British Alexas. I always have to look up to see if she heard me. Oh yeah, baby, that looks great. So, stir in peas and cilantro. Forgot about my cilantro. Yeah, Okendor. I watch some other streamers that use the same system, and it sets mine off too. Except she doesn't usually hear the timer set, but she'll hear the streamer ask about the timer, and she will tell me that no timers are set. I love cilantro. Alexa, stop! Okay, so I'm just gonna turn the heat off on this while I get all this chopped up. I've actually thought about having a mason jar countertop herb garden in the kitchen because I'm getting rid of my kombucha in the corner. I just haven't done it yet. I just can't keep up with it. And I've been changing my diet again. And I feel like things that happen in my intestines are okay without it. So I'm not really compelled to make it anymore. Which I honestly thought I would never say because I enjoyed it so much, but yeah, I feel like I would much rather have cilantro growing on my counter than a SCOBY. She doesn't hear you say to stop. See, it's like the opposite. Your mister likes it. They put it in everything in Thailand. I believe it. I would love to visit, you know, a lot of different Asian countries, but I don't think I ever will. I just won't ever have the money or, like, the time, I guess. It just takes so long to get there. I feel like it would be a waste of money if you only went for a week. The job that I work at right now, has like a week and a half max that you can take all at one time. Oh yeah, baby, look at that gloopy goodness. Okay, so what does it say about greasing the pan? It does not say. It says it should taste test it though, so let's do that. I think it does need more salt. That's really what it said in the recipe. Taste test for saltiness. I feel I'm just gonna do it. I feel like this is good. Look at this. It's a big gloop. It definitely looks like a samosa. You guys, I'm so proud of myself. I don't ever do, like, multi-step recipes. Check me out. So, the thing I do need, though, is a little bowl for some olive oil. When you're working with phyllo, you're supposed to oil it between each of the layers. Spamalot? We're talking about Spamalot? I love Spamalot. Japan is hard to eat vegan. Oh, I wouldn't have expected that. How can you forget that you're gonna go see Spamalot? Oh my god! I've seen it twice. I like it so much. I brought my dad for Father's Day, but we went in the spring. We basically bought him tickets and then brought him when the show finally started, you know? And then he had never been to a play or anything like that. He loved it. And then I brought MVP. It's very funny. I like it a lot. And yes, I'm making a kind of haphazard mess because my sheets are all broken up. But it will still be mighty tasty. Oops. Wow, shoot. How many tasty, delicious layers do I want on top? What do you guys think? Do you think I need more? I think that's probably good. Alexa, set a timer for 25 minutes. Okay, so this one says a pot. So I think I'm gonna clean this one. Okie doke. So, I still need to cut my ginger. Yee! It's phyllo, because I didn't have any puff pastry, and I had plenty of phyllo, so I'm just making it so it's crispy on top. The recipe did want you to use puff pastry, but I didn't get any. I wasn't entirely sure that I'd be able to find any. I made a pot pie with phyllo instead of puff pastry, and it worked out pretty well. Yee! Welcome back, Zeus. Our casserole is in the oven. And I'm just cutting the vegetables that I'm going to be using for the other recipes, because these guys are going to cook pretty fast. So do I add the jalapeno and the ginger at the same time? Yes, okay. Garlic. 2 garlic cloves. So I'm hoping that all this food lasts us a little while, because off stream I have really only been cooking like multi-step dishes on my day off. I still cook on the rest of the week, or we'll eat leftovers, but it's like making ramen or steaming veggies or having burgers with steamed veggies on the side, because I have other things I want to do. And I would really like to have the energy to do cooking stream twice a week, or every week even, but I think I've come to the conclusion that I'm just not able to. So I'm gonna do cooking every other week now, and I have updated the calendar to reflect that. So next week I will not be cooking on Monday. I will be doing video games again, but I'm gonna move towards having like specific scheduled days for things. Yeah, exactly. Sandwiches are great, burgers are great. I've also been putting like a bunch of veggies and beans in a skillet and just cooking it with seasonings, and we eat that. So, I still need an onion. But MVP has decided she's gonna try to go back on her diet again, if not like full-blown dieting, like dieting light. So the fact that I'm making 3 meals right now will hopefully mean that it'll last us through the week, because she's gonna be eating Weight Watchers friendly things for lunch, and then these will be the heavier things for dinner. That's the plan anyway. I might even pick up Panera again on Wednesday if Rusty and I run late at the doctor's office. I didn't think we would be so late the last time. We just went in for his vaccinations, and that's all he's getting this time. But I don't know if they were shorthanded or what, so... This is a tough onion. And this extra half an onion will be perfect for burgers and sandwiches. Yeah, sandwiches and burgers are like the only thing that MVP will eat all the time. If I try to make the same thing regularly of other things, she just can't handle it. She needs a little more variety than that. Half a teaspoon of sea salt. Onion, salt, jalapenos, ginger, garlic. So this one needs garam masala, cumin, you stop falling. Cumin, curry powder, smoked paprika. Oh, that's cayenne. This is the smoked paprika. Oh. Tomato paste, tomatoes, and coconut milk. Okay. Need hearts of palm. I mean, I will later for MVP's salad. I have totally fucked up this phyllo pastry. Oh well, at least I'm not making spanakopita anytime soon. Oh, I got a follower? I'm sorry. I can't hear it for some reason. Let's turn this up just in case. I got a follower. Pizza Blob, thank you. Just so you know, there is a wait on communicating in chat. You have to follow for 10 minutes before you can say anything, but please stick around. We would very much like to welcome you to the community. If you like what you see, feel free to join the Discord if you want. It's a ! Discord where you are able to talk in the chat. Tomato paste is next. Where is it on my list? Oh, here. Okay. 1.5 tablespoons. Except this is so burny that I'm gonna add my liquids already. I try not to have the desktop audio so loud because it's kind of weird when you guys hear it twice, but I think I'm gonna have to turn it up so I can actually hear it. Okay. MVP will probably be home soon, in case anyone's wondering. Okay, so it's a ½ teaspoon of all these seasonings. Garam masala. And don't forget, everyone, that if you did want to take a look at these recipes, they are on a Pinterest board called Stream Recipes, ! Recipe. We'll bring that link up for you. It's 3 different recipes that I found on Pinterest. ½ teaspoon of cumin. Let's make this big one. Yes, the purple hair is gone. MVP's beautiful purple hair is no more. ¼ teaspoon smoked paprika. And then I still need the curry powder. Which was also ½ teaspoon. I'm dropping things. Okay, so I need to get the water in there. The recipe actually calls for vegetable broth, but I don't have any available. Okay. Pour the cans of diced tomatoes with their juices and 1 cup of vegetable broth into the pot. Bring to a boil and cook for 10 minutes, stirring intermittently. Then add coconut milk and chickpeas. Okay. Yes, the purple was so good. It's just too much upkeep. At least that's what she says. Alexa, timer for 10 minutes. Yes, coloring hair does seem to be a very involved process. I've never really been privy to it. So I'm just getting everything else ready. I need an 1/8 of a cup measure though. I don't have one that's clean. So we use 1/8 of a cup measures for the dog food and the cat food. There's a dry cup that we reuse. I'm just gonna have to clean that one. One, 2, 3. And the rest is for smoothies. Hey, Pizza Blob. Thanks for sticking around. That looks good, good. So what's bubbling in the pot right now is 1 pot chickpea tikka masala. And if you're interested in the recipe, you can do !recipe. It will provide a link to the Pinterest board that has the recipe on it. And the other 2 recipes that I'm making today will be on there as well. The other ones are going to be Samosa casserole and black bean coconut curry, which I'm going to start working on now because everything else is done. Oh, well, I still need to chop ginger and garlic, so never mind. Quarter inch of ginger. That is not very much. 1 clove of garlic, also not very much. This mustn't make very much. Oop, that's my extra. It does smell pretty good. I can smell the samosa casserole right now. The Tikki masala is just about becoming fragrant. I found all these recipes on Pinterest. I think we'll be ready. Yeah, if smell-o-vision was a thing, I would have it already. Maybe someday. I'm sure there's some sort of scientist somewhere working on it right now. So, Pizza Blob, thank you for stopping by. Have you watched the stream before? How'd you wind up here? First time watching, just browsing food and drink. Well, thank you for coming. I was telling everybody earlier that food streaming has been challenging for me. I started streaming in general not quite a year ago, but I basically made a bunch of videos and then uploaded them and hosted them. So it was before like premieres happened. And it seemed to work okay, but again, it was hard to keep up with for the amount of videos I was trying to do. So we saved up for this streaming laptop that I could bring into the kitchen, and I've been playing with it probably since July. Alexa, stop. Alexa, how much time is left on the timer? Okay, so this timer was for the samosa pie. So it's time to take that out. Actually, I probably have enough room to put it up here. But what I was saying was that I really do enjoy streaming, but cooking streams are a little more time-consuming than I have time for. I guess is a good way to put it. Well, that's good to know, Pizza Blob. Yeah, I only cook plant-based, and I try to make it healthy stuff all the time, so it's mainly entrees. But I do have dessert streams occasionally because it's fun. And the way that I'm kind of going to do stuff going forward is to do a cooking stream every other week, so that I don't get burnt out on it. And I'll be doing games and stuff because I like games. But I feel like limiting the amount of food streams will also inspire me to create menus like this one, or like grouped recipes that are all themed. I'm not cooking cilantro, no. 1 can of coconut cream. Can opener? Can opener? Anybody? Anybody? So when I drain the beans, I'm supposed to keep some of the liquid. So I should probably do that now while I'm thinking of it. Black beans. More foods, longer stream if doing it less. Yes, that's the plan. So 2 weeks from now, I'm going to start at 3. I'm going to do Chinese food, all kinds of stuff. I haven't picked out the recipes yet, but that is the plan. Making lots of things because I don't really like to cook every day at this point. I have other things to do, like I'm fixing up my house. Alexa, stop! So, I'm stirring in the chickpeas and the coconut milk. But I would like to work out 3 times a week, and I just don't feel like I can stream and work on my house and work out 3 times a week. At least a cooking stream. With game streaming, I just feel like I can do it as soon as I get home for an hour and a half or so. And that way we can still hang out, but cooking takes a lot of time, especially when you're talking to people. Beans! Here we go. Okay, I think that's enough bean liquid. So, I've got my reserved bean liquid. This Tikki Masala looks really good. MVP is gonna come home, she's gonna have 3 dishes to choose from. She's not gonna know what to do with herself. So, let's focus. We're focusing. Add the spices. Plus working a job on top of that. Make me tired just thinking about it. Yes, I agree. Just take a little from them all? What? What did I say? I missed it. About the Chinese food? Was that what you're talking about? Curry powder and paprika. Curry powder and paprika. Curry powder. 1 tablespoon. I dirtied my tablespoon. And we'll use smoked paprika because it is the best. Take a little tamale. Oh, okay, I get it. Like at a restaurant. A teaspoon paprika. That seems like too much to me, so I'm gonna put a half in. A little liquid from the beans. I don't know what a little liquid is, so we're gonna do a couple tablespoons. Alright. Just a teaspoon of paprika helps the medicine go down. I feel like it would have the opposite effect on me. They do look really good. Cook 3 to 5 minutes, then add the beans and the lemon juice. So I should add some salt and pepper, as it suggests. We like pepper here. And we like salt here. Oh my! Oh my! Oh my! I guess MVP is home. So I should let the dog outside, because he's just gonna keep barking. Hey! Push! 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 She's not even home, you guys. I don't know what he's barking at. Are you done? You want to come back inside? Okay, great. Oh, I forgot to add my vegetables. Okay, well I guess both of these things are just getting some chopped spinach and put on top. Yeah, I was gonna saute the zucchini with this, put the zucchini in with the black beans, and then just put the spinach with the tikka masala, but here we are. I'll put the zucchini away, sorry. I even have pineapple in case MVP wants a dessert. She bought some of that sprinkle stuff that you put on tropical fruit. He doesn't have a reason, you're right. You're right. So one thing that I've found about Indian recipes is that even if they don't call for a lot of vegetables, if you just add some, it really doesn't take away from the flavor at all. So we're gonna put a handful of spinach in the tikka masala. Sprinkle stuff? Yeah, so chili mango is a popular thing. Tapatio makes a fruit sprinkle stuff. She saw it at Walmart and she wanted to buy it. We used to see it in Austin a lot. It's a Hispanic or a Latino thing. I'm not really sure. Tex-Mex too. Ow! See, now she's literally coming right through the door and there's no barking. There we go.
I smell celery.
There's no celery. No celery at all. Just a lot of dishes. So, I still need to grab the lemon juice out of the cupboard. And it does seem weird to me to put lemon juice in a curry, but that's what the recipe says.
Woo. That's some tough dog fishing.
Oh yeah, the sprinkle stuff. Let me get it out for you. Right here. Tapatio.
Oh, that's mine.
It says picante seasoning, great on fruits and veggies. And it pictures a watermelon and a mango, coconut and corn.
It's delicious on poodles.
You don't put it on poodles.
Oh. Hijinks and Zeus and Beans and Hard Hit.
I don't know what tagine is. It might be the same thing. I have no idea. Tahine. Okay, 1 tablespoon lemon juice. Tablespoon. This is a tablespoon. Excuse me, honey.
Oh, I'm in your way. This is my baby. I love him.
So, I have 3 magnificent Indian dishes from which to choose.
What sauce is this?
It's a curry. It's curry.
Curry black beans.
There's smoked paprika in there too.
Was the original recipe black beans, or did you?
Yeah. I mean, I found it online, but...
I don't know that I've ever seen black beans in Indian cooking.
Oh, I followed someone's recipe. So, add the black beans and lemon juice, check for seasoning, and then cook for a minute or 2 more. So let's eat some. Yeah, I did. It's tasty. I think it needs some more salt though. Alright, so I'm gonna review each of these dishes. I think what we should do is have some of the casserole for dinner tonight. And then the rest of these will be meals for later in the week. So this one, let's move this out of the way for now. And I'll just show everybody what it looks like. Finished. So this is the quick and easy black bean coconut curry. It is supposed to have the cilantro added to it as well, but I was just going to do that at the end before serving because I left the oven on. I prefer fresh cilantro, not cooked cilantro. So, it is very curry-y. It's very creamy from the coconut as well. It's not too spicy, but it has a nice flavor and aroma to it. It definitely tastes different from the other dishes that we made. So that'll be nice during the week. It won't taste like we're eating the same thing every night. But yeah, it's basically just a nice little curry. and the tofu or the chickpea tikki masala, full of chunky chickpeas. I haven't actually taste tested this one yet. This is the one with the jalapenos in it. Zeus says, being prefers burnt cilantro in the fireplace. Get rid of it all. Yes, that's very funny. Mmm. Oh, good. That is great. I love tikki masala. So the reason that I started saying tofu was because there's a restaurant in Portsmouth that I go to a lot, and the tofu tikki masala is the one that I get there. The dish that I get there all the time. This very much resembles that. It's not as flavorful, but it's still really delicious. Mmm, yum yum. Oh, that's good. And the casserole. So let's cut this open and try to scoop some out. Can you hear the crispy crunchiness? Still need some cilantro chopped up. Are you excited for this? Oh, I didn't do the edges.
I don't know what it is, to be honest.
This is a samosa inspired casserole.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I'm excited for that.
It really does taste like samosas. I tried the filling before I put it in. The phyllo dough is just
A little too flaky.
to add that crispiness that you would get from a samosa. So I'm really not great at lifting things out of pans.
Spatula is wider than your piece, that's why.
But look, I did a good job. You did. I forgot to charge the camera again. I always forget. And then I have to resort to taking a cell phone picture.
Like
everything. Yeah, just a camera in general. A good camera, not a phone camera. We'll just leave that in there. So, let's get a scoop of rice for each of them. Are you okay with room temperature rice?
Yeah.
Do you want to get the naan out of the fridge? Do you want naan too? Do you want to toast it?
It's pita.
That's what I meant. Or do you think it's good? Chili.
I think I'm just gonna microwave it for a little, 30 seconds.
Sure. Want a little plate?
I would love that.
I don't know time. Okay. Let's do 80% power.
A pineapple for you.
Yeah, I was telling everybody you could have pineapple for dessert. She isn't home for 5 minutes and she's already serenading me.
I don't know if they can hear me very well. Ask them if there's any fans of cabaret in the chat.
Did you guys hear MVP singing?
Most people probably wouldn't know that that's what's happening.
Okendor is going to see Spamalot tonight.
Ooh, Bean says go fall in and eat it with your fingers. No thanks.
And cilantro.
Is that the sound of cilantro?
Yeah. Here we go. You want to taste test it? This one's yours. Excuse me.
Is this one mine because that one's bigger?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a I'm gonna take a picture of it.
Oh. I thought it was just based on principle that it's bigger. Oh. Yep, that's a Samosa, alright.
Anyway.
You made Bean hungry.
There's unfortunately a little too many layers of phyllo to cut through. I just lost them out of my mouth.
Doggy fork.
So it's yummy.
Yeah.
You like that? Good stuff. Tomorrow is burrito day, says Zeus. Yummy. Oh, hi, Gorandes. Thanks for dropping in. Nah, the best of bread. That's rice juice. I tried to find some that was vegan to store and I couldn't find any.
Je think that the French baguette is the best of the bread.
I guess not.
I guess not.
So, thank you guys for coming. I'm gonna see who's on right now. Let's see. My nose is running a lot. On for the win, that's right.
Wow.
So,
He betrayed his people!
Oh, there's limes too if you want to drizzle some lime juice over it. I bought them for Moscow Mules and then we ran out of ginger beer. So, do you guys want to watch another cooking stream or do you want to watch somebody play a game? Because most of the people I follow are playing games right now.
I think there might be a few people in chat who like games.
So, Dux is playing Subnautica. You guys, it says he has 187 viewers.
Wow.
Let's get in on that. All right,
He needs a few more.
we're gonna raid Don't Fight Ducks because we love him. And yeah, thank you guys for coming. And I'm gonna do a thing. So if you aren't already doing these things, please consider doing them. And thank you again for stopping by. And I'll be back tomorrow playing a game. I updated my Google Calendar, so you can do ! calendar for a schedule. And I'll be back 2 weeks from today, streaming Chinese food. But everything else, the next week and a half or so, I'm gonna be playing games, or I'll be AWOL because I have stuff to do, unfortunately.
Stuff.
So, thank you again for coming, and have a great night.
What's up? How you doing? Oh, but man, thank you for all the raids today, y'all. That is so nice of you. Trying to focus. I'm not used to having this many people here. Let me go get a fresh breath of air, then I'm gonna dive deeper into this wreckage ruin thing here. Whew. Okay. Getting some fresh air. Hey, Guerindus, how you doing? Okay. JJ Smashing Pumpkins, thank you so much for that follow. Yay! Yeah, pumpkins. We have pumpkin sub alerts. Or sub badges, whatever. Oh man, they're moving too fast. What is that? Rith and Dr. Weird 82. I love that username. Thank you so much for the follow, y'all. Okay. We gotta find a way into this thing. Because I'm sure there's lots of goodies in here to scan. Like, can I scan this? Where's my scanner? There's my scanner. I can't scan that. We have a battery charger? That sounds good. Oh, holy crap, Griffin, thank you. I don't know if I have any water on me. I'm going to have to go back and get some. But we have a mobile vehicle bay. We need that. Open supply crate? Maybe there's water in here. We have water. It's like the ocean provides. Fuzzy Logic says, you have a fear of natural bodies of water, but you call this the duck pond? Well, hey, ducks float on top of the water.